So for loop we can as I already said you people, like for loop we can use for all data types like int, char, string, but whereas for each loop we can use for only arrays and collections. Strings also we can use, but by after converting that string to character array, then only we can use that for each loop. And for each loop we can also call it as enhanced for loop. So how to use that I'll tell you. So for example, we have one array. So on that day I told like how to declare array. So like this we will declare array and how to print this particular values in console. For that we need to write for loop. Initially I'll show you in for loop, later I'll show you in like for each loop. So for loop int as I already said you people, like arrays and strings, like if you want to traverse from value to value, it will indicates in index manner. So this first one is like 0, it will take, and later like I of 0 value is 10 and I of 1 value is 20, I of 2 is 30, like that it will takes in index manner. So first index always in like in 0. So we need to traverse from here. So that's the reason I am taking int I is equals to 0, I less than or equal to, till what extent we need to traverse till here. So we need to take entire length of this. So how to calculate this the length? So in array we have like direct function length. Now I'm incrementing I plus plus. Why? Because we need to traverse from here to here, here to here. Like this we need to complete all and we need to print it in console. Yeah. Now I'm printing this. So a of I, why I am writing means, like for example a of I means index, a of I means what are the value present in that particular index, means for initially I is equals to 0. So it will come I is equals to 0 means what is the value, it's 10. Then loop will repeat, now I is equals to 1. Now I of 1 value is how much, 20. Like this it will traverse entire this array and it will print it in the console. I'll execute. So we are getting like array index out of bound exception. Why? Because see here we have like index 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total values are 7. But if you calculate this in index manner, means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So values are 7, but if indexes are 6. That's the reason we are getting index out of bound exception. Why? Because here we have given 0 and here we are given like I less than or equal to a dot length. Length is 7. So length is 7. And if you give here I index is 6. So 6 less than or equal to 7. Is it true or false? 6 less than or equal to 7. Why? Because indexes are 6 only, right?
Yes.
True or false? Please respond. 6 less than or equal to 7. True or false?
Mhm.
True. Now, if then why we are getting this index 7 out of bounds for length 7?
Starting to 0. Index starting 0.
0?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 0 to 6. Take the 0 to 6. Length.
Yeah.
Print.
So 0 to 6 total 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 7 less than or equal to 7. Still it's true only.
Yes.
Then why we are getting this?
You need to remove the equal to.
Yeah. Yeah, if I now I will execute this. It's printing. Now, how to write for each loop for the same? And why we need to use for each loop for this means, see if here like if you see little like it's time it so initially it will initiate the value that is I is equals to 0, then it will check the condition, then it will execute laterally to increment like 3 4 conditions are it's checking, right? So if we move to for each loop, int a1, some variable I am taking int a1, and I'm storing this a value into a1. Why? Because here I took integer values, right? So I'm storing these values into a1, then I'm printing. So here I am not initializing anything, and here I am not incrementing anything. So internally they have coded internally that everything like whatever for each for loop will do, right? Same thing for each will do, but that like internally they coded. So if you mention like this, right, then it will like internally what will happen again, same for loop only, it will check and it will execute the code. Okay, but like it's simple. Same here also, like it will check the initiate the value, it will check the condition and it will increment. But like see, it's compared to this, it's little bit simple. So that's the reason like people are like taking for each loop. But again, disadvantage is like for each loop we can use only for arrays and collections. We cannot use I mean like collection of values only we can use. Here also collection of integer values, right? So at that time only we can use. For single value we cannot. Now I'll execute this. I'll remove this. Why we are getting like this? Why? Because this is an array, so we need to store values in the form of array. Wait 1 minute. Sorry. Getting addresses, not values. So it is integer values only, and a1 we are taking. This is fine. Properties and syntax only I have written. Anyone wants to add?
Krishnan,
Yeah,
in the print, change that A to A1.
yeah, sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. Why? Because we are storing values here, right? Yeah, syntax I've written
Yeah.
correctly, but yeah, thanks, Prithvi.
Yeah.
So this is the for each loop. So what is the difference between for and for each? Both are same only. Internally same for each for loop code only will work, but like it's simple. Okay, this is difference between for and for each. Okay, yeah. Now we have like jumping statements. In that we have two more concepts called break and continue. When we will use this break and continue, so we have like for loop, and initially I will take some value int n is equals to 10, int I is equals to 0, less than or equal to n I plus plus. So just I am printing like 1 to 10 values. Is printed 0 to 10 values. Now what is the use of break? For example, we want to restrict this 0 to 10 series to only 4. At that time, if I is equals to 4, break. So for example, see, programmer has one requirement. He actually this code already someone coded, and they are using in some like some concept. Again, another programmer wants to use same logic. He don't want to write again same logic, but his requirement till 0 to 4 only, not 10. Then how that guy will utilize this code? So same he will copy paste into his like wherever he needs to develop that particular function, right? And he will like restrict like this. Just he will mention the code, and with the help of break we can restrict. So like that, for example, first I'll execute this. Sorry, this we need to write it here. Yeah. So first what will happen? It will go to I is equals to 0, and it will execute, and it will print. Then it will check the condition. I is equals to 0. Is it true? No.
Yeah.
It will come out from the loop. Again, now it will increment. Now I is equals to 1. I is equals to 1. It will print. Again, it will check 1 equal to 4. False. It will come out from the loop. Now I is equals to 3. So sorry, I plus plus. Now I is equals to 3. It will check 3, it will print. Now it will check 3 equal to 4. False. It will come out from the loop. When it equal to 4, right, it will break. I mean, it will go inside here and it will stop. So like this break will work. To stop the execution in certain point, right, we can use break. when we can use continue. For example, we need to run a certain code, and in between we need to stop something. I mean, some part of the code we need to stop. At that time, we can use continue. For example, here I am using continue. I don't want to print this 4 alone. Remaining alt. Sorry. Anyone have any questions? Yeah. So we want to execute 0 to 10 values, but we don't want to execute 4 alone. At that time, we can use this. I'll execute this. It executed 4. Why? Anyone wants to add here?
Yeah, person, please place that system.out.println after the if statement. Yeah.
Here.
No, outside.
Here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Why do you want to explain, Prithvi?
Yeah, Parasuram, first it will, when it comes to the 4, it will check the statement, like if I is equals to 4, then it will go inside and it says continue. Continue
Yeah.
means it will omit all the other statement after that if statement. So
Yeah.
that's why it start again.
Yeah. Then it will print 0.